Main objective of this program is to read Fahrenheit temperature from the user and then calculate equivalent centigrade temperature. In the process, we would like to explain one important aspect of the programming languages. That is, while calculating result of any operator in most of the programming languages, if both the operands of an operator are integers, the result will be integer. Unless we know this fact, sometimes we will be in soup. This program is to aim at giving a live example of this concept. In this example also, we have to include stdio.h, as in this program also we do require to read data and also we do require to print the results. We are supposed to read a Fahrenheit temperature and then print equivalent centigrade temperature. Thus, we have declared two variables, IT and OT. We know that unlike student marks, these temperatures may not be necessarily always rounded numbers. Thus, we have declared these variables as float type. We propose this variable IT is to store the temperature value whatever user enters through the scanf function, and the OT is used or proposed to store the results. This statement is used to ask the user to enter the Fahrenheit temperature value. This is a user interface line just to guide the user. This statement scanf is used to read the data from the user, that is from the keyboard, into the variable IT. As we wanted the scanf function to take one real number, that is temperature value, from the user, we have used %f as the format string. Whatever user enters, that one we wanted to store in this variable IT. Thus, we have supplied the address of that variable, that is ampersand IT we have used. Already we understood when we apply ampersand operator to a variable, we will be getting the address of that variable. Thus, the scanf function takes a real number from the user when the program is running, and that will be stored in this variable IT. Now this statement OT is equal to 5 by 2 into IT minus 32 is used to calculate the Fahrenheit equivalent centigrade temperatures. That is, given Fahrenheit temperature value, centigrade temperature can be calculated. From the physics, we know that C is equal to 5 by 9 in the brackets F minus 32. From that, this equation is being written. That is, this statement is being written. The printf statement is used to print the value of this variable OT, as the OT is declared as a float type of variable. In this function also, we have used %f to indicate that the printf function is supposed to print the value of the float type of variable. If we compile this program, and execute, you may surprise. Whatever value you enter, you will be getting 0. You may be wondering why it is happening like that. There is no compilation error. Program is happily taking the values whatever you enter, but ultimately it gives 0. The basic crunch is 5 by 9. That we shall emphasize the next slide. We can replace the statement OT is equal to 5 by 9 into IT minus 32 with either of the following statements to get rid of this problem. That is, we know that 5 by 9 is 0, thus 0 into something is 0. That is the reason why the program is giving 0 for any value we enter. To take care of this, we propose the following solutions. We can replace that statement with either of the following statement such a way that we will be getting the correct results. For example, we have reorganized the statements. That is, OT is equal to 5 into IT minus 32 whole divided by 9. We have written like that. We know that if one of the operand is float, the results will be float. And also we know that first brackets will be evaluated. Thus, IT minus 32 is evaluated. IT is a float type of variable. 32 is an integer. Thus, the result is float. Now, 5 is integer, but the bracket value is float. Thus, we will be getting the results as float. Now, that whole divided by 9, yet we will be getting the result as float. Thus, this expression may give us the correct results. You can verify by replacing with this statement and compile and again give the variety of values. We may identify the results. We can also write the equation as OT is equal to 5.0 divided by 9 into IT minus 32. As we are writing 5 as 5.0, the calculations will be done in the float. Of course, we can also write 5 by 9.0, or we can even also write 5.0 by 9.0. Of course, it all depends upon our patience level. As all these solutions gives result as float, float into the bracket value will be float. Thus, we will be getting the final results as float. We can also write like the following. That is, in front of 5 we can place float in the brackets, which is called as typecasting. If we do so, 5 value will be taken as 5.0. Thus, when 5 becomes 5.0, 5.0 by 9 will give you float results. That into IT minus 32 will give us the correct value. We can even apply typecasting to 9, or we can even apply typecasting to for both 5 and 9. Final results will be same. That's how these are the ways through which we can take care of this problem of integer division. If we do not know that 5 by 9 is 0 because of this concept, it's very difficult to find out this mistake. It's not a compile time error. It is not a runtime error. So it is still will be in the soup. So that's how we find that this is very important concept. Every programmer is supposed to know.